How we doing? How we doing? Welcome in. Let me introduce you to the first ever M&M GRAPS show. Unfortunately, we are not live. We pre-recorded this time, but I am here with my boy. You can't see him, but you can hear him. Give it up for my dog, Matt.
Yo!
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Feeling fantastic. Can't wait to talk about my favorite show of the year, Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver, NXT. And man, do we got some bangers on this card.
Yeah. I mean, what, 7 matches throughout the show? Yeah, 7.
Yep. We got 7 matches, starting off with that pre-show tag team women's match, most likely ending with that triple threat for the NXT championship between Oba, Trick, and Javon Evans. We have a lot of predictions for y'all, and it won't just be straight predictions. We're going to be giving our thoughts and stuff on the matches too, so let's get right into it. First match, we got the women's tag team. Is it like a... It's not
Four-way.
Four-way.
Yeah,
it's a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's it's not tornado tag, is it?
Not to my understanding my understanding is that it's like it's a normal tag team 4-way. So yeah, so I think they're on the apron. Like one person will be in the ring at each time or whatever. 2 people in the ring at a time. And then 2 teams on the apron.
Oh, okay. And like how they can tag each other without them wanting to be tagged and shit like that. Okay, that should be interesting then. All right, well, the 4 teams that we have are going to be Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. We have the Metaphor with Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. We have, is it Fatal Attraction with Fallon Henley and JC Jane?
Fatal
Influence,
yes.
Fatal Influence, okay. And then we have Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxton. Do they have a name for their team?
I think their quote-unquote name is Chemical X. That's what they were like saying on Twitter for a while about them. So
Chemical X is actually a pretty dope name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Shotzi used to be in that group.
W Shotzi. Is she injured or is she coming back to main roster?
She's doing meet and greets during Mania weekend. So she's gonna be at WWE World on Friday.
So if who we both are, which I think we both have the same pick for this one. If the prediction we have for this one, maybe Shotzi gets the win for Chemical X.
I think the winning team is Cora and Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Winners are going to face the winners of the women's tag team title match at WrestleMania on NXT the following Tuesday. So you win Saturday and then you go Tuesday. And I think Cora... Yeah, that's what they announced last night. They said they talked to Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. So the winning team here will go to face either Lyra and Bailey or Liv and Raquel for the tag titles on Tuesday night.
Okay. And the interesting part about that is you wouldn't think you would see Liv and Raquel on NXT, but Lyra and Bailey?
I mean, we'll talk about that match when it comes to our WrestleMania prediction.
Yeah.
I have
getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Excited for the very first episode.
About that match.
Oh, shit. See? And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, right now we are just doing the Stand and Deliver, but we will be releasing another video for the WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 predictions. But so for this tag match, we're both on agreement here. Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez.
Yep, and for all the people who've been whining about Roxanne being on the pre-show, and last year she was on the main show, listen, it happens. Get over it. like it's not that big of a deal, right? Like, I don't know, maybe I don't look at things the same way, but I think people are overreacting where she's at on the card. She's gonna win this match, and I will say right now, I think her and Cora are winning the tag titles on Tuesday. I don't care who the champions are going into it. I mean, obviously, I'll talk about who I think it's going to be during the Mania one. Oh, for context, by the way, this is being filmed on Wednesday before Stand and Deliver.
Correct.
So,
yes,
we're still days out from.
Yeah, we're a couple days out. This is right after the NXT episode, the Go Home show, and the Monday Night Raw episode, Go Home show, which were both great episodes in my opinion. Looking forward to that SmackDown one. But yeah, I definitely got to agree with you with that Roxanne and Cora. And then another thing, while you're mentioning that about Roxanne not being on the main card or the main show for Mania, or the main show for Stand and Deliver. Tiffany Stratton actually missed Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania last year, didn't she?
Yep. Tiffany Stratton was not on either WrestleMania or Stand and Deliver last year, and look where she's at now. So,
World champion
I
going
mean,
against Charlotte Flair. You can't
like,
beat that.
yeah, I mean, like, I get the argument and why people are upset, but at the same time, get over it. Like, it's okay.
Because you know it's nothing but up from here for Roxanne Perez. I mean,
Yeah, you understand?
to be in the final two of the Royal Rumble and you think they ain't got nothing planned for that girl? Come on now.
Yeah, everyone who was complaining about her losing to Tiffany and all these losses recently, you think they're just making her lose for fun?
Nah.
Like,
Just like it's
obviously they have a plan.
same case with Carmelo Hayes. Like people
Absolutely.
think that Triple H just forgot about. Nah. He with Miz for a reason. Just know that he's with Miz for a reason. So
I can't wait for that. Can't wait to talk about that.
man.
Got a lot to say about that one.
My boy, if you cannot tell, my boy Matt is not a fan of the Miz.
I mean, no, I love the Miz. Mike McZanin, good guy. He is a good guy. I just don't like him in the ring.
Only person that can have a terrible main event with John Cena.
Only person who could have a terrible match in WWE. God, no, because there's someone else I'll talk about eventually.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Y'all don't even want to hear about that. That's going to be a debate for like a whole show.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some stats and some facts ready for that one. but for this first match, I mean, Fallon and JC, they have high hopes, but I don't think they're ready for that tag team. And then Fallon, she's a single star, really.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why? What's her name? I can't think of it.
Nix or whatever.
Oh yeah, Nix. Jasmine Nix. Yeah. Jasmine Nix. There we go. Is there a reason Jasmine Nix not the one that's in that match? Because Fallon Henley a single star.
I mean, probably because she sucks. You want the real answer? Probably because she's. I mean, I just say she sucks.
When you finish the Pele kick.
Yeah. Obviously, here's the thing. I'm not a wrestler. I just watch. So, like, I'm never going to take any credit away from what they do. But, like, I don't like Jasmine Nix. I don't really like her as a person. I don't really like her as a wrestler. I don't really think she's that talented. So, like, I get why people like her, but not me personally. But I think it's just they want to just kind of put Fallon in here because Fallon has worked her ass off in the last year, so I feel like she also deserved a Stand Deliver match. Really, everyone in this picture deserved to be on the Stand Deliver, and even though it's on the pre-show, it's going to be fine because they're going to get time. They're going to probably get 10, 15 minutes,
and it's going to be fun. Because everybody going to be able to get their shit off. Like, that's the whole point of matches like this. They want people to realize that just because they're not on the card don't mean these still not some of the best people in NXT. Like, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend have been on TNA, like, tearing the scene up. Like, those two ain't just anybody.
Couch for the tag titles in the past. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
That's why... I don't know. I think people just are overreacting about this match. And honestly, like, with how long they want Stand Deliver to be and stuff like that, I just don't think it needed to be on the main show. Like, I'm okay with this being on the pre-show because I put the pre-show on just so I can go into the main show right away. Yeah. But I don't actually care about the pre-show.
And then having an E-Fed and like booking shit like this, it make you realize like the pre-show is not even really a pre-show. Like, you shouldn't really take fault in being in a pre-show because it's really like a banger match to get you hyped up for the other banger matches that are about to come. Like, that's really all it is at the end of the day.
Oh, this could still, like, I don't know, I would, looking at the rest of this card, this could easily possibly be match of the night if they put all the effort in. I mean, it just depends on how much time and stuff, but this, like, I feel like coming out of Saturday, people will be talking about this match.
Oh, yeah. You know what this is going to remind me of? That tag team showcase that they had. Was that WrestleMania 39?
Yep.
That
with the
match.
Street Profits, and then they did it the next night with the women. And I enjoyed both of those.
I really enjoyed those. Those were some sleeper matches for sure. That Chaos Theory on Braun Strowman from Chad Gable, brother. And then when Braun Strowman did the train thing and Angelo Dawkins fucking wrecked him. Gee.
Yep. That's one of the hardest hits I've seen someone take in wrestling. That looked like it hurt.
That looked like it extremely hurt.
Hit that man.
That was one of them linebacker hits.
Yeah. I think Angelo played football, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not. That's a big dog, and he can move. Angelo Dawkins is definitely slept on. Montez Ford is obviously more slept on. Should be a single star in my opinion, but that'll be another podcast. Angelo could definitely be a single star for sure. The day that the Street Profits break up will break my heart, but I'm actually gonna be so happy because then them boys are gonna be able to actually remember Montez Ford in the chamber, brother.
Yep.
Star.
Yep.
Star.
They both have everything. They could be stars, but we'll see what today does for them.
And I think this match is also a good way to show people that the women's tag team scene, just because the women's division is cold, the women's tag team division cold too. Like the main roster to tag team women's division, not that good. But the NXT, they got hitters down now on the tag team side.
Yeah, I just think I like Roxanne and Core together. Like I think they're
what was the name
pairing.
of the
Team 2001 is what they unofficially called. Like they were never they've never been called that, but I think people have called them that, and I think they've reposted stuff with that name because they were both obviously born in the year 2001, so they were Team 2001.
That's a pretty dope name, you asking me. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree. I like it. So
Team 2001 is who we taking. So Matt locking that in. Roxanne and Cora Jade. Well, that's what we got for the first one. On to the next match. All right, and now we have the second match of the night, which will be the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match, which we have Sol Ruka, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, the returning Thea Hale, Zara, and I forgot her name. That turned Dame. Izzy Dame. She's dating Braun Breaker, isn't she?
Yes, she's talented.
Yeah, Izzy Dame's actually really good.
She's tall, very tall.
As fuck. But Matt, on this one, I think we might be taking the same one. Not sure. I love Sol Ruka. I do. Kalani 2-time would sound amazing. But man, did Thea Hale look good last night, man.
Yes, that is the one I'm taking for this match. Thea Hale, let me tell you, no one knows why she was off TV for so long. I'm not going to be one of those people who assume she wasn't getting booked because that literally makes no sense in my opinion. Why would she just not be booked for 7-8 months? No. So I think she was probably dealing with an injury, but she came back. She looked motivated. The crowd was into it. She debuted a new way to set up the Kimura, which was she did a sit out double underhook slam, and then put what is her name, Carmen Petrovich in it. I think that was awesome. I think Thea Hale's going to win this match, but I do have one request of this matchup. So there's one person in this match who needs to do something. Sol Ruka is in this matchup. There's a ladder in this matchup. Sol Ruka could definitely soul snatch someone off a ladder. And I need this so bad, Sol.
Bruh.
You don't know how bad I need you to hit this on somebody.
Sol, if you're listening, the rare 0% 1/10 chance that you're listening, hit that soul snatcher off the ladder, please.
That would be the moment of Mania weekend.
Do it for the culture.
Yeah, do it for. I mean, a lot of you could do something like Zarya. You do the F5 as a finisher. I want to see someone take an F5 onto a ladder.
F5.
It would probably hurt an unreal amount. So.
Ooh,
I'm really okay with. I want Thea Hale to win. I would also, honestly, I'd be okay with any of these women winning.
To be honest,
I just feel like Thea Hale is the one that they should.
Yeah.
That seems like the right move. And it might be a little too soon because she did just come back. But why not? Why not give it to her? It is the women's North American title. So why not just see what she can do with it? If it's bad, take it off of her. Because you literally have, in this match, 5 challengers lined up. So even if you don't, I mean, we'll discuss it probably on a different pod, but I think Sol Ruka and Zarya are coming to the main roster. But I feel like you have 5 challengers lined up right here.
Right there.
Where you could.
And then in a ladder match, it's so easy to make storylines. It's kind of like a Royal Rumble. You're not getting eliminated, but there's shit that can happen to you in a ladder match that will definitely make you not like the person after the ladder match, win or lose.
Absolutely. Look what happened, for example, of a surprise person winning. Look what happened 2 years ago at Stand and Deliver 2023. Indy Hartwell won the NXT Women's Championship in a ladder match, and I don't think anyone else knew that.
And I think ladder matches are easy ways for like people who you don't think are going to win can win, because it's not like you're pinning somebody. It's not like someone's going over. Somebody just ends up in a better situation and end up grabbing that title on top of the ladder.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not like anyone gets buried if they lose a ladder match. You lose because you didn't climb the ladder fast enough, or you got taken out. Because,
Yeah.
like, I'm assuming, I don't know, obviously, the big spots they have for this match, but I'm assuming Soul is going to do something that's going to,
Yeah.
stand. Like, it's literally, I mean, no joke. It will stand and deliver. She's going to do something insane.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no. Kalani Jordan, I know, is going to probably do something insane. So Lola Vice is very, very solid, and I'm sure she. Like, I don't know. I feel like they put a good, like, selection of women in this match where it's going to be fun, it's going to be unique, and I don't know. I'm actually really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, Kalani Jordan probably gonna hit that moonsault, that corner Starship Pain that she
on
does
a ladder?
on a ladder. Ooh,
Soul
I think she
should
did.
move.
Did she do that at the Las Vegas one?
She did do it. Yeah, she did do it last year. And if she loves wrestling, she should let someone move out the way, and she should just hit that
just
ladder.
take
full
it.
force.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
if you really love this sport, like you say you do, hey, that's a spot. No, what I want to see. Oh wait, go ahead. My bad.
No, I mean, like, I personally not taking that. Like, I get why you absolutely do not want to take that. So, like,
I'm straight.
I'm just telling you what you could do, but please don't listen to me.
No, but I want to see Soul trying to hit that Soul Snatcher and someone pushes Zarya in the way. Like, because you know how easy it is just to get caught by that motherfucker. Just snatch Zarya in the way or push her in the way she eat that bitch. Oh, man. Because Soul and Zarya have been a really good tag team, but obviously they see, like you said, they see bigger than that if they not in that pre-show match. They should have been the number ones in that pre-show match if they was putting tag teams together. They've been killing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see what they do with Soul and Zarya. I mean, me personally, I hope they don't break up. Maybe we'll do. This is just an idea on air. Maybe we'll do a pod before the draft, and we can talk about who we think is going, like who's getting drafted from NXT.
Oh yeah, before the WWE draft. Oh yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Yeah, like what NXT prospects we think are, what NXT prospects are going to be used, which ones are not going to be used, which ones are going to be moved.
Soul, Roka, and Zarya are going to the main roster together.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I just hope we don't have any more cases like Dijak. Or like
what you
Blair
you go
Davenport.
to the roster and do nothing?
You go to the main roster and they just say, yeah, that's it for you. Even though you didn't get to show off anything, yeah. Don't need you.
Dijak even have a match on Raw?
No, he did not. And that's what's so disappointing because Dijak was a part of the best match almost of the year last year in that Stand and Deliver match with Obafemi and Josh Briggs. And then you bring him up. I said one of the best. I didn't say the best. One of the best. You didn't like that match?
Nah, I'm messing with you. I like that match.
I'm like, you didn't like that match? Yeah. What you guys will learn in these podcasts, Matt is very, 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 I don't even know the word to use. Like,
I mean, there's certain matches
I'll say he's very critical when it comes to grading matches because the man watches a lot of wrestling. He has a lot of wrestling knowledge, going from NJPW to the trash ass AEW to WWE, Noah, Stardom.
As we're talking right now, AEW's on my other screen.
There you go.
During AEW, so.
Look at him. Then my man just doing a podcast with some wrestling on. That's how you know you love this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we are both taking Thea Hale on this ladder match.
Yep. No, I would say Thea Hale's locked in to be the
winner. To make it a little fun, who do you think is going to be the false winner? Like how they did us with Jey Uso last year at Money in the Bank, how he looked like he was finna win. Drew came out, hit him with the ladder and took it. The year before that, I think it was LA Knight looking like he was going to win. Then Damian Priest took him out and took it. So Ruka, yeah, that's going to be the heartbreaker.
I have an idea. I don't know, because obviously don't know what the future plans are, but I could see Sol Ruka looking like she's gonna win. Everyone's down. Zarya climbing, and then Zarya knocking her off.
Oh, so
That's
that'd be
almost
the
like
way how it go down. Oh,
yep.
that'll break my heart. That'll break my heart.
But I would like if that happens. I would like on NXT for them to be like to make it almost like, hey, it was just who it's a ladder match. We both wanted to be champion. Like
We had to do
I
what
don't
we had
think
to
they
do.
have to hate each other
Right.
or anything like that.
Kind of like the Roxanne and Cora situation.
Yeah. Which is awesome. I feel like more teams should be like that. Like just because
Yeah.
like you're trying to win a single championship, that doesn't mean you have to hate each other. No,
Exactly.
you're trying to win.
Same thing with how Bianca was in the chamber. Well, was in the chamber with Naomi.
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Oh, that's happening at Mania. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait to talk about that match. But all right, on to the next one. And next up, we have the trios tag match, which is going to be the family taking on Dark State. Dark State is a force to be reckoned with, Matt. Like, yeah, hey, I get the Shield comparisons, but these boys is really their own thing, to be honest.
I enjoy them. I think it's chaotic. So, like, with the Shield, like, it was chaotic, but I feel like how Dark State does it, it's more like
crash out.
Like, and I like the like the flashing lights and just it all looking ridiculous. It's like, oh my god, what is going on?
It's a fucking right. It's like a techno fucking bar or like club or something. Right before you get your ass beat. that finisher is clean.
On Dark State, they've annihilated Oba and Javon with two different finishers that I think they're still testing out. So when they did it to Oba, they picked him up, swung him, and threw him into a power bomb.
That's a grown ass man.
Javon, they threw Javon, and Saquon jumped off the middle rope it looked like catch him, but it just looked like he took him and slammed him straight down, like not in a power. It was absolutely one of the craziest things I've seen in a minute. Like that move's insane, and I love this new group. I think they all have potential. I'm a big fan of Shaquan Sugars, so I have Dark State, not Dark Side, Dark State winning this match.
Just for context, we definitely thought this group was called Dark Side before we started this pod. Just so everybody knows, but they're Dark State. It's Dark State, not Dark Side.
It was just for some reason.
Right. We watch NXT like faithfully. I don't know why we thought Dark Side was the name, but yeah, we're big fans of this group, man. And then, like you said, Saquon Sugars, like on the mic too. Like you believe what this man's saying. Like, Cutler is really good on the mic, and yeah, he's like some of the things he says is corny, but I feel like his size makes up for that. Like, are you gonna tell me if Cutler was in front of your fucking face saying that shit, you go laugh?
Yeah, I mean, I think they all have like an unlimited amount of potential. And on the flip of that, I also think the same way with the family because I'm big fan of Tony D, big fan of Stax, big fan of
Lucio,
Ariana Rizzo. Lucio, I just think he's like he's there.
He's working. Yeah, he's working.
But I'll give him this: he might be one of the craziest built wrestlers in NXT. That man has like a 0% body fat that is unreal to me.
Yeah, he's cut up. He's cut the fuck up. And then like the suit attire too. I don't know what it is. It just make that boy. It works for him. Yeah, 100%.
I'm again. I know I said this earlier about the women's ladder match. I'm looking forward to this match. I really do like Tony D'Angelo, and I have Dark State winning. But I will say this now. I think Tony is going to the main roster. I know we earlier talked about we're going to do a draft episode, so I won't like get too elaborate on it. But I think Tony's going to the main roster, and I think Stax is going to turn on him after this match.
Oh,
I think they're
really?
going to do the match, and I think afterwards he's going to turn on him. I think Ari is not going to know what to do, and I think she's going to side with Tony, and they're just going to go to the main roster, them two, while what is his name, Lucifino or whatever, he will stay with Stax as they will be together. But I think Stax is finally breaking away from the Don at Stand and Deliver.
And we have been getting hints of them having like not seeing eye to eye. Now tell me this, Matt, do you think Stax is joining Dark State?
Nope. I just think he's turning on Tony. I think he's sending Tony on his merry way, but I don't think Dark State needs another member right now. I think
Mm-mm.
just 4 is good. Like maybe if you wanted or felt necessary, you could add a female character, but like a female person.
Yeah.
But I don't really think that's necessary. I think them 4 is good enough. But I think Stacks is going to turn because, like Tony D'Angelo, he kind of got his big break at NXT Stand and Deliver. What would that be? About 3 years ago, where he beat Tommaso Ciampa. That's when he
Okay.
kind of got his big like break in NXT, and then obviously he would get injured at one point, and
Hmm.
whatever. And then last year he challenged Ilya Dragunov
That
at
was
Stand
such a
Deliver
great
in a
match.
fantastic
There's
match.
a lot of
I
people who
just think,
didn't like that match.
yeah, I gonna disagree on that. For those people who didn't, I think like how you had said that. Oh, the Oba Dijak Josh Briggs match was the best match that night. I
You think that?
disagree.
Yeah, honestly, that
I really
bruh,
do like the
that was
Ilya
a
match.
physical ass match, bro,
That's why I
between
like
them.
it.
Didn't
I like
Ilya
it for that
like H bomb him off the barricade onto the
reason.
announce table?
Yep, it broke the announce table. That show also had Roxanne versus Lyra, which I was a big fan of. So
I mean, Tony D, Stacks, and Lucifino. It's hard not to take the family. I'm a huge family guy. I'm always putting them I'm always putting them up when they come out. But like we said, bro, Dark State is just a force to be reckoned with. And then like even from that brawl last night, bro, like we
yes, that
said,
all was awesome.
it gets
It just
chaotic.
felt
It got
chaotic.
chaotic
Yep.
with the Shield, but like with them, it's like chaotic with the crash out. It's like, bruh, there's like I remember a promo they cut where they're like, I don't think they get it yet, and then they
Yeah.
went back into the building to cause some more havoc, bruh.
I think I like it because it doesn't. So with the Shield, I guess it's gonna sound dumb. In my opinion, with the Shield, it felt like safe chaos. Like
I
I
get what
never
you
felt
mean.
like a
Like,
fan or an announcer or a ref or anybody was in danger per se.
with these
But
motherfuckers,
Dark State, it literally feels like they are like when there's people throwing hands, weapons, all this stuff. It really just feels like it is like chaotic, and I enjoy that quite a bit. So
yeah.
I'm a big fan of them. So I do have them winning this match.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that we haven't disagreed yet, but as you can see, we both are avid wrestling watchers, and we know how things are booked and how things look. So maybe later on in the show, we might have a disagreement about a couple picks, but for right now, I'm with you on that one, Matt. Dark State taking this one.
Another one we're agreeing on. We're what free right now. We've agreed on
Yeah,
all 3 matches so
yeah,
far.
all three ones so far. All right, time for the next match. And now we have Ricky Saints. I'm going to just call him Ricky Starks. That's what he is. That's who he is to me. Going against Ethan All Ego Page. Now, Matt, this looks like it got some old beef into it. You might know something about it, but this, you feel me? It feel like this ain't just something that started
Yeah.
at NXT. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
they did have a match in AEW in a finals of a world title tournament that Ricky Starks would win. And maybe I just could be odd, but it's really odd that WWE Triple H Shawn Michaels had put 2 AEW talent against each other on Stand and Deliver. And 2 talent who, in my opinion, probably have been doing better since they left AEW. Now, like
Yeah.
Ethan, for example, Ethan didn't leave AEW under bad terms. He just left because they didn't really have much for him, and that happens. Like, let
Yeah.
me clarify this. I'll talk about this probably at some point on the podcast in depth, but like, just because you leave a company, that doesn't mean anything bad. Like, people who are like, oh my God, they left the company and they hate it. I hate when people leave, like, WWE, New Japan, AEW, and then the first thing they do is go and trash it. Like, if you have legit,
Yeah.
that's different. But leaving, like Ethan left because they didn't really have anything for him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ricky, there's a whole list and ideas of why that man had to leave.
Yeah,
And
for
we
real
won't
though.
know for a long time what the exact reason behind that is.
Uh-huh.
But I just think it is funny that this is when they chose to book this match. Now, I do have my boy Ricky Saints winning this match. I think this match is going to be tremendous. By the way, I think it's going to be awesome.
This is gonna be a great in-ring story match. Like you're not gonna see all the flashy moves and all the flipping and flopping and all that shit, but you're gonna get a really good in-ring story with this match. A really good one.
Like I mean, they could book this match probably a lot of ways, but I would just have it be that Ethan keeps cutting off Ricky. And not like in the sense of like, oh, Ethan dominates, but like when it looks like Ethan or Ricky's finally getting the crowd on his side, boom,
Have
like
Ethan
an elbow,
have Ethan shut
poke
that
in the
shit
eye.
down. Yeah,
Yep,
ruin that
like
momentum
something
every
like
time he
that.
pick it up.
But like, I also think like they could make this just a really back and forth contest because I think it's going to be tremendous. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think this match should be really good. I don't see them taking the North American title off of Ricky already,
Not this
but I
soon.
could see it them doing it as like Ethan surprising everybody like he did last year when he won the NXT title because no one
Yeah.
and so I could see
That was
them
a really
possibly
good match too.
exactly. So I could see the shock of, oh my God, he did it again. Like he cheated and ended a title reign that we thought was going to go much longer. So, but I'm going to take my boy Ricky Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, Matt. I do not think they're taking the title off Ricky Saints this early because I mean the boy is a star. The man
Eric,
reeks of aura, bruh. Like
yeah.
when he was going against who was it? Was that Sean Spears when he was walking the barricade and
Yep.
giving forehead kisses to all the women? Like, bruh.
I mean, it's just Ricky Saints. He just, I mean,
There's nobody else that can do that and look that cool while they doing
no,
it.
no, like I mean, like he's just a cool. He has just, I don't know. He reeks of star. I'm happy that he's not in the world title match yet. Like I'm happy they gave him the North American title because I just think A, it'll raise the prestige of North American title, and B, just because like you join a company, that doesn't mean you have to go after the world title right away. I feel like this elevates the
Not
North
at all.
American title. Like
Like a
it shows that,
motherfucker.
that North American title is very important. I mean, you look at the past set of champions for North American title, it's been Tony D'Angelo, who had a tremendous run. Oba Femi before him had a
Bruh.
just an unreal run. I mean, Dragon Lee, even Sean
Yeah.
Spears, I think is like
Shit,
good.
Dirty Dom had that mug. It was taking it
Yep.
between main roster and NXT.
Yeah, so I think that NXT North American title really does mean a lot, and I think it is kind of like a secondary championship. Like it is a mid card championship, but like the North American title is a very like prestigious belt to hold. It's not like you hold it and it's just like, oh great, you have the North American title. No, like it matters a lot. So
Yeah.
I just think Saint is a perfect person to hold it for now.
I agree because, and then you have to think about it. Ethan has already won the NXT championship. Going
Yes.
back down to the North American, that's just showing that, like, okay, I didn't already won that, but I want to add this to my list. Like, you know what I'm like, my accolades. Like, it's definitely showing like that North American means something, and putting it on Ricky Starks like that, how they did with how hot he came in. That just shows you that one, they believe in Ricky Starks, and two, they trust him enough on not even on the mic, just in the ring as well, just as a character, because shit, they believe in that title now. That's not just no throw to the side title. That North American title definitely means something. And it started, like you said, all the way back with Dragon Lee, but Oba Femi cemented that shit.
No, and I mean Wesley also had his run.
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
Keith
Like
Lee
the
was
North
double
American title
champion
has,
with that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
the North
always
American
had its
title
history.
had like a good prestigious stuff. And take like Mello, my favorite North American champion ever was Carmelo Hayes. But I want to also point out Ethan Page has literally like proven since being in NXT that he can do anything they need him at any point on the
At
show.
any time,
Like,
bro.
if
I
he's the
genuinely
opener-
thought they were giving him a CM Punk feud on the main roster at Rumble. I thought that's how
Yeah,
that was
and
gonna go.
I could see Ethan. I mean, again, we'll talk about it later. I could see Ethan heading to a Raw or SmackDown very, very
Like
soon.
very soon, bro. He's literally just down there to just elevate right now.
Yeah, and he's fantastic at it. So
'Cause he's ready.
I can't say anything bad about Ethan Page. That's
Not
one thing
one thing.
about the podcast. I will. I mean, unless I generally don't like you as a wrestler, there's very few wrestlers I will say something bad about.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
unless I just don't like you as a person. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you are putting your money on the line, and I'm not. So
Logan Paul.
yeah, I mean, worry about that Mania. There's one big one. There's one big one at Mania. I can't wait to talk about. I'm sure people will love me.
But yeah, we are both gonna take Ricky Saints on this one, retaining the North American Championship, and we're both predicting a really, really good match between these two. I'm excited for this one for sure.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Hey everybody, if you made it this far in the podcast, number one, we appreciate you for watching. We really do. This is the very first one, and shit, it's going really good. Don't you think, Matt?
Yeah, I'm having a great time on this.
Great time. But you know we got to do a little shameless plug while we going ahead and doing this. So, do you like wrestling? You got to like wrestling if you're watching this. Do you play WWE 2K? Last question. Do you have a My Player on WWE 2K? Then you need to come on down to the TTW. Yes, sir. The E-Fed of all E-Feds. I ain't gonna say that. I'm just overdoing it. It's not the E-Fed of all E-Feds, but we do have a great time here. We got we got 3 shows. We have Tuesday night Inferno, we have Wednesday night NXT and then we have Thursday night Hellfire. We just got finished with our first season where you could see our Mania and all of our pay-per-views on YouTube as well as on Twitch, at Black Mike 27 and at TTW 2025, as you can see right up here with the rest of those. But it's a great time, man. We have a really great community. Everybody's loving, everybody's accepting. We have so many different characters. We have a women's division. We have like 10 titles, I believe. Just off the top of my head, we have 2 television titles, one for each show. We have 2 world titles. We have a United States, an Intercontinental, a tag team, a women's title, a women's television title, and we just introduced the speed titles, which majority of those titles that I'm mentioning were made by my boy here, Matt. So I appreciate you, Matt.
Thank you.
As well as the arenas too. Y'all got to see the arenas. I mean, we start back up on Tuesday after Mania. I believe that's April 22nd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is April 22nd.
Yep. So come check us out at Twitch at Black Mike 27, on YouTube at TTW 2025, and I'm on TikTok too. That's where we started. TTW stands for TikTok Wrestling, as you can see right here on my hoodie. That's where we originated from. That's where I got all the people in the community originally from, and then we were able to span out and grab people from different apps. So if you like wrestling and you got a created wrestler, male or female, bring them on down, because the more the merrier. We will have you starting out in NXTTW, which is our developmental system, teaching people how to do promos, teaching people how to set up matches, work with the GM, stuff like that. Because we have a whole Discord also that I can leave a link to in the bio below, where everything goes down. That's where you get the match cards. You go, there's a locker room, there's a promo section where you can cut against the person you're going against that day. It's super, super cool. And I mean, second year, I'm excited. Is a lot of things I've learned in my first year that I'm going to use in my second. Shout out to my boy Jaden over there at AFW, another EFED that is also run. And then we also have a Canon EFED, 2Rs, which is called GBW, ran by my boy Banditti, where everything that happens in TTW is able to be used and held as weight over there in GBW the same way over there with back here. So you don't wear the titles on both brands, but you can use that as bargaining when you're doing promos or something like that. So hopefully we see you guys in the Discord. Hopefully we even see you guys tuning in to watch, because we love the crowd section too. And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of this podcast. All right, we're back, and we are with the next match, a tag team match. We got Fraxium, we got Hank and Tank. Matt, this is going to be an easy one for me. I don't know about you. Give me Fraxium. Best tag team in the world right now. Nathan Frazier, Axiom, man. These boys.
100%.
These boys are insane, bro. I haven't seen them have a bad match yet. Like, honestly,
Nope.
Every match that they've been involved in, even when it's singles, Axiom versus Gunther, crazy banger in fucking Spain, just out of nowhere. Then on Dragon Lee's debut, Ray Phoenix, my mind's in the gutter. Ray Phoenix's debut, we got Nathan Frazier and Ray Phoenix putting on a match that nobody would have saw coming on a SmackDown episode.
Yep. Dropped him on his head vertically, and probably one of the craziest things I've seen in I would say in a long time. But Ray Phoenix hitting the Phoenix driver, the Samoan driver, and just dropping Nathan on his head, and that not being the end of the match was
Kick at it
absolutely
too.
crazy to me.
That was
Yeah, I was
amazing.
like, wow.
And because you got to think about it, because why Matt thinks it's so crazy. Matt sees this type of shit in New Japan all the time. WWE, you not getting dropped on your head like that and kicking out.
Not at a vertical angle. No, not at the angle.
It's not
he went
happening.
down.
It's not happening. When that happens at WWE, you're out for the count, or you're like how they sold the Kevin Owens pile drivers. That's your neck going straight down. Randy Orton was going for like weeks. So
luckily, I've never hurt my neck. Hurt my other things, but never my neck.
Yeah, I do not want to be part of that.
But let me tell you about this match. I know.
Matt, hold on. No. This sound like you not finna pick Fraxio, Matt.
Hear me out. My boy Hank and Tank. Let me tell you about Hank and Tank.
Let me play this button really quick. Yes, we're pressing the holy shit button because this man, Matt, thinks that Hank and Tank are gonna beat Fraxio and Stand Deliver.
Hear me out. Hank and Tank are so fun together because, like, their story being that they were a team, but they couldn't get to the next level. So then they talked to people like Pretty Deadly, the Motor City Machine Guns, and even talked to Fraxium and
the Street Profits too. I remember
Street Profits.
They had that little segment with them.
Yep. Love, like, it's just like, and like their gimmick being that they're just two dudes. They just punch and throw hands, and like there's nothing. I don't know. I kind of like Hank and Tank a lot in a way because I just think they're so not what they should be. Like, they're not like what I think of a WWE wrestler. I mean, look, like, it was Hank, right? I think Hank's gimmick when he first debuted is he was a security guard or something like that. And then he got into a match. Like, that is awesome. So I don't know. I kind of see my boys Hank and Tank taking this as a shock to everyone because I know I've said it now for the last, I would give and take every match on the show. I see two people who are either A, going to the main roster together, or B, are going to the main roster on separate brands. Because I think Nathan Frazier and Axiom have done all they could do in NXT. I think their tag title reign has been tremendous. I mean, listen, I think Hank and Tank are going to win, but I completely understand Fraxium keeping those belts forever. Maybe they should never lose those championships, actually. But like, maybe they should just retire the belts.
If you think about it, you have a great point, though. Like, this would be the perfect spot. Like Hank and Tank is not supposed to beat them. But if you know how much of a feel-good story it would be, they're not booing Hank and Tank if they beat Fraxium. They're not going to boo them. That's not what's gonna happen. So, like, that would be the perfect spot for them to, like, all right, this was all we had done here. Like you said, it's either one of the two options. They hold them forever and vacate them, or this is the perfect spot to just let them go to the main roster, either together or separate.
Yep, and that's what I think. So I think Hank and Tank are taking this one.
Whoa.
And I mean, they did win that tag team gauntlet match. So, and they were the first team.
It was some hitters. It was some hitters in that tag team gauntlet match.
Oh, I want to shout out another team real quick. I'm gonna get their names wrong because I always get them wrong. Is it Tyson Dupas and Igwe? Is
that the ones hanging out with Wesley? Bro, they're great.
They're awesome.
They are
awesome
really good.
To watch.
They are really good. They kind of remind me of Bronco Nima in your other on the other dog on OTM that was with Jada Parker. I like them a lot too. Like, I feel like
they're not perfect. That's why I like them.
Exactly. They're not perfect. And that's what developmental's all about, bro. That's why they're not being pushed right now, because while we have Fraxium, it's like one of those, like, enjoy it while you have it. Because when they're gone, that's who's going to be running shit. OTM and my boys that was running with Wesley. I apologize for forgetting y'all name, but when y'all stars, I best believe we going to be talking about y'all on this podcast every Tuesday.
Yeah, you can come on the podcast if you'd like.
Yo, right here. You can sit right here at this TTW desk. It's not a lot of room, but I'll make some. But I know this was the match that if people were to bet money on, that we would not disagree on this one. This is actually crazy. But I'd respect the opinion, though, because it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I just think it's the perfect opportunity. Like, I don't know. It's such a dumb thing, but like, I don't know. I just think it's right. Like, it's the
And
perfect time.
And then I'm sorry for saying this again, but like having an EFED, it just makes you think about like teams that are like good teams, but can't get pushed just based off them being the like who they are. Like they have to win that title. Like like for example, sometimes the title makes the person, sometimes the person makes the title. To use that as an example of what I'm talking about, Damian Priest. Me and Matt might disagree on this one. I believe Damian Priest made that world title. Yeah, he won it off of Money in the Bank. But I think DP is where he is right now because of the matches he did with that world title. The world title didn't carry him. I think he carried that world title.
I agree. I would say the same. I mean, like Seth did what Seth needed to do to
Seth set the bar. Seth set the fucking bar.
DP kept that going.
It's like you can't. That's the thing with title reigns. You cannot compare. We'll talk about that on the pod. Trust me, because me and Matt are pretty much in the same boat when it comes to the Cody Roman conversation. Why are we even comparing the two?
Yep, they're completely different. You can't compare. Like I can't compare a reign like Cody, who's had it for a year at this point, to Roman. There's a complete night and day difference between their characters, how the company treats them, how they're booked. I mean, that's like, I'll use a big example. I like Jon Moxley. I've always liked Jon Moxley. Do I think this title reign Jon Moxley's on sucks right now? Yeah, in a way, because of certain reasons. But I understand, like, this title reign is Moxley's worst AEW World Title reign, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so
it really is.
I think this is his fourth time. I think the other ones are better.
I agree. And it's like, bro, why are we putting the title in a briefcase? The $800 thing you charge people for that's so beautiful, you haven't shown it on your TV, on your show in like months. I know we're getting so off track talking about AEW, but this just shows you how much wrestling we watch and how much we care.
Yeah. And I'm actually on the opposite. I kind of love the not showing the belt.
You like that shit?
Okay, but hear me out. Listen to his logic. He's the world champion, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you need to look at the belt for? You're not the champion. Why do you need to see it? You're not the champion.
You ain't even good enough for this shit. You need
to see it if you're not champion. And I don't know. I think that's like a great... I don't know. I like that part of the story. I know that might sound crazy, but I'm champion. You don't get to see this. You don't get it. It's awesome. Like, I love that part of the Stepfather story.
If somebody in TTW said, "Can you just take my title off and make me walk around with a briefcase," bro, I would be so like appalled. But I would actually, it would be like a cool thing though. Like I see what you saying, because it's like their whole thing is like, bro, you don't get to look at this shit. You ain't good enough to look at it. I'll look at it when I open it up. When I get home and open it up, I'll look at it, but you can't.
Yeah, if I win a belt at TTW this year, just know I'm not carrying it. So you better get ready. About to have a nice black briefcase for me.
So, guys, I got Fraxium. Matt has Hank and Tank. With good reasons. So, we'll see what happens. On to the next match. And we are here with the next match, the Women's Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. We got Stephanie Vaquer, we got Jordan Grace, we got Miss Parker, and we got Julia. I think I have an idea of who Matt is picking. Actually, I know who Matt wants to win. I'll say that. So
we're gonna and who I'm picking is two different people.
See, okay, so we're gonna go about it two ways here. We're gonna start off with who we think is winning, and then we're gonna say who we want to win. So I think Stephanie's retaining.
Same. I also think Stephanie's retaining.
Okay. I want Julia to win.
All right, so I mean, I guess it wasn't that controversial. Like, before we had filmed this match, I had said, I can't wait to talk about this match because it might not be. Yeah, so here's the thing. I think Stephanie is fantastic in every aspect of everything. I think Stephanie is hands down one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. So I don't think they're taking the belt off her yet. I think this is a four-way match because they wanted Jordan Grace to shine out in a big match for Stand and Deliver,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted her in the title match. Julia obviously is back from her injury, and Julia is like phenomenal. I know I praise Stephanie, but Julia is probably currently Julia is probably, if I had to make a list of my top five favorite women's wrestlers in the world, Julia is probably two. It's probably Sari, Julia, Io Sky, Mayu Iwatani, and Sarui. I definitely butchered her name bad, but she's in Stardom, and it's gonna sound like I don't watch Stardom. I just really butchered her name, but she's the leader of God's Eye. She's facing Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's Championship next week. But so I think this match is gonna be awesome. I think obviously the person in this match who's going to get pinned is Miss Jada.
That's
So
what she here
and
for. That's exactly what
she's
she's
there
in
to
this
get
match
pinned.
for. I just want y'all to know that I love Miss Parker, but she is in this match to get pinned. Just so we all on the same page.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I get if you like Miss Parker, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think compared to the three women she's in the ring with,
She ain't
she's
got shit on
absolutely
them,
nowhere on their level. And I
like
think
at
there's
all.
levels to this shit. And I think the level currently goes Julia, Stephanie, Jordan, Jada. But I think the gaps between those levels are
are
quite high.
are quite extreme. Like Julia and Stephanie are a little bit closer, with Julia having
Yeah.
the lead on that. But like they're like Julia and Stephanie, I'm giving them a visual, Matt. So Julia and Stephanie are like right here by each other, right? Then you got to go
Okay.
all the way down, and then you get like Jordan right here, and then you get Jada like a little bit down there. Like Jordan's pretty far from Julia and Stephanie where they are in the ring. And I wouldn't say on the mic, but you have to remember they have a language barrier, and the fact that they're still able to go out there and with no hesitation, without stuttering, the nerves are there, but they can go out there and cut a promo. You saw Io Sky. Io Sky will have the
Yeah.
crowd hyped from saying 4 words. But you know, and then when she switched to her normal language, you know what she's saying though. Like you don't know what she's saying, but you get a gist of how she feels. Like how I felt that with Ray Phoenix and Penta when they cut their first promos after their one. Some of that Spanish, you couldn't understand it, but you knew where they were coming from. You felt what they felt. You realized
You
that,
felt
like,
the emotion.
yeah, you realized that, like, this was everything for them. So I definitely
And I
think
also
that.
should
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I also should put like even though I said Julia is number one, like the gap between Stephanie and Julia is actually such a minimal margin. Like Stephanie is fantastic in every regard. There's not a
Mm-hmm.
single thing I could think. I just like Julia more. But like
Exactly.
there's not a single thing in Stephanie that I could sit there and be like she does anything bad. She's a phenomenal talent. She
Mm-hmm.
is how any company there's the whole thing with her and AEW and all that, blah blah blah. Like I just don't understand. And I know at one point AEW wasn't interested in Julia and just all this, and I just sit there and I'm like, how they both have this star power. They both have just an aura to them about their entrance. They're both phenomenal in the ring, and I think this four is going to be very good. I
Yeah,
think
this can be
I
extremely
think
good match.
Julia and Stephanie and Jordan and Jada. I think there's gonna be a lot of fun spots because
Mm-hmm.
like Jordan's obviously big powerhouse. Jada's, brawling powerhouse. Julia can do whatever Julia pleases, and so can Stephanie. So I
Yeah.
just think there's gonna be some really fun spots. I'm assuming if I had to guess, this match is going to break down at points. Like at one point, I bet it'll be like a Jada and Jordan Grace in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Them doing like a one-on-one. I think eventually it'll be a Julia Stephanie in the
Oh,
ring
yeah.
doing a one-on-one, and
Mm-hmm.
then it'll be flipped in and out. Julia will probably do something with Jada at one point, which will be really fun.
Yeah.
Stephanie will do something. So I just think this match is going to be really fun. I think it's going
Yeah.
to be awesome. I hope they get. Obviously, I'm not big on like, oh, the longer a match is, the better. I think that's not true
Yeah.
in many
Not at
ways,
all.
but I think like this match, if it's 15, 20 minutes long, I think they could
The
possibly
whole
have the
thing.
match of the weekend.
Yeah, the whole thing will be enjoyable. Like there won't be any
Yep.
dry spots, and you got to think
No,
about with the different styles. Like you got two technicians. You have luchadora. I don't know how you would say that. Luchadora, is that what you would call it, Stephanie?
yeah, but like Stephanie, I've said this I think before to you off like on the positive stuff. Like Stephanie's three favorite wrestlers ever are Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta, and Rocky Romero. So like Stephanie, I mean, she is a luchadora because obviously she trained in Mexico, but like she's
But
more of
her
a
wrestling style,
technical.
she's a technician.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
if you go back and watch that deadline match between Julia and Stephanie, obviously Julia was 100%, but she was wrestling like she damn near was.
And Julia is phenomenal. Like, and I mean, one of my personal favorite spots of the year was in that match. Stephanie went for the
She
sky
caught up,
clipper
bro.
press and caught her in the triangle. That was
That
absolutely
shit, it
awesome.
was so smooth. It didn't
Yep,
look like
it was
Stephanie took
one
no
motion.
impact from hitting the ground, bro. It literally looked like she just got caught in that armbar. And I'm just like,
Yep, and that's why I think I'm, again, very much looking forward to this match. I mean, for all of you who wonder, it does seem like we're agreeing on a lot of matches. I promise you, once it comes to Mania and stuff, that won't happen. It's just very coincidental.
that shit going two different directions. We literally were talking about that right before. Like, yeah, we might agree on these NXT matches, but the Mania night at 1-2, we gonna have so many different opinions, bruh.
Yep.
Shit, we might have a different opinion about this next match because honestly, with the reign that Oba had with the North American and how they hopped that NXT title, Trick might get that motherfucker back. But let's talk about that right after this. All right, and we're back, and we are here for the main event of NXT Stand and Deliver. We have Oba Femi, we got Trick Williams, and we got Javon Evans, the young OG, going against each other for the NXT World Championship. Now, you heard me right before we went on a little break. I don't think Oba winning this. With the reign he had as North American champion, I think it's okay if he loses this and he doesn't get pinned. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
Matt, I think I'm taking Trick Willie to be a 3-time NXT champion.
And I think that is a tremendous choice of who you want to win. But me personally, and this is going to sound crazy, let me talk about this young OG. Javon Evans.
You think Javon walking out champ?
Is going to win this. Yes.
Bro. And it was
I
crazy.
have a great logic on why.
Before you go, what's crazy is that the little storyline they've been doing between Trick and Javon, like how you not good enough, you never gonna be like me, you never gonna win a title. How funny it'll be he end up pinning Trick for that.
So, what I think is going to happen is this match is going to happen. Obviously, they're going to do a bunch of stuff. I think, like, let's talk about the actual match. They could do this match in many ways. It could be Oba just dominating them, and then eventually they get their spots in. It could be that they underestimate Javon the entire time. It could be, there's many ways they can do this. How I think they should do it is Oba should dominate both men, and then Trick and Javon should put their differences aside, and they
team
should
up against
crash,
Oba, right?
like crash Oba through the announce table or something to take him out for a time being. They go back at it. They get in the ring. They trade blows. Maybe, Javon hits the OG cutter. Trick hits the Trick knee. They kick out, all this. Oba gets up eventually, dominates, runs house. But what I think should happen is Trick should hit, let's say, Oba, hits the back suplex throws Javon out the ring. Oba and Trick going at it. Oba hits fall from grace, kick out. Trick should hit a Trick knee on Oba. Oba's dazed, doesn't go down yet. Hits a second Trick knee on Oba. Oba is dazed. Finally, a third Trick knee hits him down, and as he hits Oba down, Javon should double spring up and hit that OG cutter on Trick, and then Javon should pin Trick or pin Oba, because Javon winning would literally be, because if you remember back to the Mello and Trick feud, it was that Mello didn't think Trick was good enough to win the world title. If you think about what Trick is doing to Javon,
And then Javon told him he was Mello. Javon told him.
Kind of the same.
Javon said, you don't even know who you is, bro. You ain't Trick.
Yep.
You Carmelo Hayes.
Now, I could see this going another way. If Trick wins, we could get that fun Trick, Trick Willie back, having a great time. But he still has that serious side to it. That's why, like, if we're talking about character development, I thought that this, Trick run since, kind of the beginning
amazing,
of the year
bro.
has been amazing. Because it's added a serious like side to his character
element
that
to him, bro,
obviously
that
we
you
knew,
never thought that he
but
had. Because
yeah, now it
you've
feels
seen
more.
flashes of it, but he wasn't even this serious against Carmelo last year, bro.
No, like his promo against Melo was kind of more fun. Like these promos he's been doing and just how he does his entrance and stuff. I'm very excited for this match. And I know I've said that about a lot of matches on the show, but I really do think the Stand Deliver card
It's gonna be
was
so good.
maybe the best card they could put together with the roster they
Yeah,
have.
with the roster
I
they
mean, the
got,
only match
exactly.
you could argue is like meh is the tag team match with Hank and Tank, and I completely get that. Like you definitely could have thrown like any other team or stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that in there. Like that's
Yeah,
fine. But I think this from top to bottom, I think Stand Deliver could be one of the shows coming out of this weekend that people are talking about. I mean, obviously there's tons of shows going on this weekend. GCW, New Japan has a show late Friday night. Dragon Gate USA is coming back. Stardom has shows. But like I really think Stand Deliver with the card they have could be a show that people are going to talk about after it happens.
yeah, yeah. And you know what that means? Mania gonna have to deliver. You know
Yes.
all the not all of them, but majority of the talent on main roster is gonna be watching that. Triple H is gonna let them boys know, hey, Sean showed out. It's our turn.
And I mean, people may get mad at this, but this Javon Trick and Oba, I would argue, might be the triple threat of the weekend.
Y'all heard it here first. He just said that Javon and the Trick in the Oba match, it might be better than Seth, CM Punk, and Roman. Y'all heard him.
And I'm going to stand on that. And I'll stand on that the day it happens. So,
I mean, if we're talking from an in-ring work rate, yes. Like there's no.
I mean, in general, I think I'm gonna enjoy this match more than I enjoy Seth Roman.
I don't know. I think the storytelling in Roman, Seth, and Punk, bro. I think that shit might damn near have some people like in tears.
Are you talking about the Shield chair? The Shield chair,
bro. See, that's how I know it don't hit you like it hit me, bro. When he did that shit, on Raw, I'm like, how good, yo? Bro, I had PTSD like a motherfucker, bro. What's wrong with you?
Roman get hit in the back so many times with a chair. You know, at this point, it's just. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. That'll be something we talk about during our Mania review. But I think this is going to be just, I don't know. This triple threat match might be able to.
It's gonna be so cold.
It might be the match of the weekend.
You got to think about who in the ring, bro. Have you seen any of? Yeah, Trickton had some okay matches, maybe, but Trick don't have bad matches. Javon Evans for sure don't got bad matches, and don't get me started about the Ruler. I don't even remember a bad match on that man NXT North American Championship run. So shit.
He faced Rich Holland.
Definitely did.
I don't know if he did or not. It probably wasn't good if it happened. So I'm just saying.
Oh, I think didn't Trick go against Rich Holland? Didn't Trick lose to Rich Holland?
No, they faced that deadline. It was horrible, man. It was like atrocious.
If you can't tell, we do not like Rich Holland around these parts.
Yeah, I mean that match was bad. That match was very bad. So.
Okay, now that we're at the end of the pod, we can talk. What the fuck is going on at AEW right now, bro? MJF just brought out like 10 women for the Hurt Syndicate, bro.
Yeah, this is insane. What is going on? I have it on mute, obviously, because I'm filming the pod. But like, I don't understand what is going on. I mean, you know what? Good for the Hurt Syndicate. I actually kind of like this storyline. I kind of hope MJF ends in the Hurt Syndicate because I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny.
Bobby pissed.
Bobby, if you spinebuster her, that would be the craziest thing you could ever do in your career.
This is hilarious, bro.
Bobby is unfazed.
Bro,
MJF
Bruh, this man MJF is literally who was in the Nation of Domination with them.
Owen Hart.
He's literally, this is what they're doing over here. They're making MJF the Owen Hart because, bruh, this man just brought out like 10 women to rub up on Shelton and Bobby Lashley. I can't hear what they're saying right now. Hold on, we'll unmute this for you guys. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this.
We've been going at this for weeks. I'm a fan of very, very nice things. And what I'm saying is, I think I need a little more time.
Shelton, are you saying you want the watch off my wrist?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
I knew I liked you, Shelton Benjamin.
Bro,
I knew I liked you. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I will give you this watch. All you need to do is give me a big old thumbs up right here in Beantown.
This man want to be a part of the Hurt Syndicate so bad. So bad. And I don't know if he go, like, look at Bobby. He broke Bobby. Bobby over there cracking a smile. They finna give him the thumbs up.
He's giving him thumbs down.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta do more than that to join the Hurt Syndicate.
Damn, he gotta prove himself. They gave him the thumbs down, y'all. Well, we ain't gonna hold y'all for too much longer. We appreciate every single one of y'all that tuned in to the not MTM. I'm thinking of MTM GRAPS. Y'all gotta watch some MTM GRAPS. That is coming back soon. All right. If you heard the TTW shameless plug earlier, well, now you're finna get a shameless plug for MTM GRAPS. That is literally just WWE superstars that we book our own way. We are literally on a go home show week where we have a Backlash PLE coming up. We might run that soon before TTW starts, just to like get some. I miss commentating. We got my boy Matt on commentating this year. I love commentating fucking wrestling, bro. Like, it's so fucking fun to me, and y'all will see if y'all tune in to TTW. It's a vibe, bro. It's a vibe. But we gonna let y'all get up at. Oh wait, what you say, Go ahead. My bad.
Well, I guess we'll talk about this offline. We might have an idea of MTM GRAPS to make it a little more fun for people. So,
Coming soon. Hey. Better tune in and watch some GRAPS. We appreciate y'all watching the M&M GRAPS show. This was the Stand and Deliver predictions video. You will get a Stand and Deliver review after, like how we thought each match was, how we thought the winners were, like if we agreed with it, so and so, like that. And we'll get one also after Mania Night 1 and 2.
I mean, we'll try to get those out we'll see, obviously, with our schedule and stuff, but we'll try to at least get one of those. We should probably do the Mania one right after Mania. We'll try to get that out like late or early Sunday morning or Sunday before Mania. You can watch it. We want to get these out, fairly fast, just because we think it would be fun for everyone to enjoy.
Really, really do. And then eventually, once we get comfortable enough, we will start doing these live on stream. We might start taking questions. We might start bringing people on. We will have special guests that come on and speak. We already have in mind who we want first, and we will probably, if we don't have them this weekend, we will have them on the first official podcast that's not a review or a prediction, where we are introducing ourselves and letting you guys know like what matches we like, our favorite wrestlers, our favorite promotions, everything like that. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. And Matt, anything you like to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Hey, be nice to each other. There's a lot of negativity out there. Be nice to each other and love each other.
Hey, my boy Banditti. You're fired. Hey, my boy Banditti that run GBW always say, teach peace and tell somebody you love them. And I love that because he really mean it when he say it, man. Because, like, if you think about it, if you do that every day when you leave the house, the world eventually gonna be a better place. Eventually. It might take forever, but if everybody can find a way to teach peace and tell somebody they love them every day, it'll eventually be a better place, at least with the people you dealing with, So, thank you guys again. The M&M GRAPS show is out. Peace.